John was able to conclude his warlike business with France without interruption, and in August 1180 received of Queen Catherine I the county of Narbonne. To celebrate, John held a grand tournament. Then a peaceful decade began, with the most important business for many years being the many merchants pleading their love suits for the many daughters of the de Poitou dynasty. Not wishing to complicate succession, John held out for many years, but eventually gave in on some suits. John even had leisure to pursue gardening, a pastime that improved the administration of his domain. Remembering the great feast of 1178, John held another, and drunken hilarity ensued as nobles, remembering the fame of Count Fabrizio's shoes, tried to outdo one another in vomiting and murder. Peace could not last forever, and in 1189, Caliph Ismail called for a jihad against Genoa for the Kingdom of Mauritania. This was followed only months later by a second call for jihad. As if all of this were not enough, John lost his loyal steward Fabrizio. It is said the stress of planning the next feast was too much for him. The Maghreb is embroiled in war, and King Jehan the Third stands on the verge of a momentous decision. Will he fight loyally for his ally Genoa, or will he further his own desire to build the Kingdom of Jerusalem to its rightful and just borders? Essentially, these 5 sheikhs and other heathen lords are fighting for the Kingdom of Mauritania here, which currently belongs to the Genoese, who have the King of Galicia and myself as allies. Now, Genoa's a big boy. He's a much larger power than me, and he has the aid of Galicia, so I'm going to work on something that is near and dear to my heart. The Kingdom of Jerusalem. I'm going to attempt to build the Kingdom of Heaven. Now, the way I'm going to do this is by declaring a war on Sultan Jalal al-Din I, the Cruel of the Usaymid Sultanate. I'm going to conduct a holy war for Galilee, which should gain me these 3 holdings. I could attempt to declare war on him, but it's the same thing, and it only would net me 1 county. So I'm going to attempt to grab all 3 of these counties at one time. Before I actually launch this war, I'm going to take a look at my vassals. Duke Blasi of Poitou is unhappy with me, and there's good reason for that. There are many vassals that he has wanted for a long time that are actually rightfully his, so I'm going to correct that right now. Fa, Agelin, Lida, and Arsuf. So now, except for him wanting the Kingdom of Jerusalem, the County of Beersheb, and medium crown authority, plus some disagreements over the fact that I have a female heir, I've raised his levies, and am imposing a tax on him, he's generally happy with me. So, I'm going to recall him from there. I'm going to find out what vassals do not like me. The Duchess of Navarra. So, let's get him working in Navarra. And let's get this war on. I could declare a war for Sinai as well. But I'm going to build the Kingdom of Jerusalem first. Okay, so that having been done, what we're going to do is we're going to raise up the levies, gather them in one place. Okay, then raise up the ships get them all gathered up. March these men into Tiberias. Have them join. And then send these men on their way to here. And these men also on their way. Now, while they're on their way, gather up these men, so 7,368. So I can get about 3,600 mercenaries if I want to add to the forces there, which I will. And then when I bring the ships back, I'll pick all of these men up and bring them over on a second wave. Excellent. Okay, let's join these men together. Okay, not enough men to assault. That's going to have to wait. Okay. Excellent. Now, we're just basically going to keep working the... Okay, he worked a little too quick. Let's get a new court chaplain over here, working the situation in the Holy Land. Working Ascalon there. Also get over there. And then gather these ships together and we'll send them back. $10,728. Okay, I've got about 1,100 capacity for men in those vessels, so that's just about perfect. Nasty. Okay, now and then assault quickly before attrition begins to take my men down. Back over. Gather these men. Okay, now as I'm gathering up these men, I'm going to get the next wave of mercenaries ready to go. I'm going to hire these men and these men. Build them up and then bring them down to Narbonne. So 11,200 is the maximum transport capability I've got right now. I've wondered whether it's wiser to assault in a situation like that or not. But generally speaking, I don't know. I'm going to just hang out for a while. I'm not going to assault with 14,000 versus 1,820. Okay. Get these men through. Okay, and then boats on their way back. As long as he's not in here attacking me, I'm fine. launch as many and as quick an assault on these strongholds as I can. And again. And again. Southhead has 11,000 support. This will be fairly brutal for these men. Oh! No! Got to come down here and put a stop to that. Definitely want to put a stop to that. I don't want to go through this county. This county is 11,000. This county is 20,000 at least. So, and let me take a look at the holdings in here. Okay, so 2,000. Fairly close in terms of the assaults. So. Back to Thuars, continuing on there. The work I had the previous Chancellor doing. And then let's drive on with the fight here. Genuines, if they will respond. They will. Improving diplomatic relations appears to be a very troublesome business these days. Assault. Need to basically stay ahead of this siege here. Now. Outstanding. Outstanding. Let's disband that. March these men down to Tiberias. Saw that there was a heresy here. Good. They are now Christian. So let's get him working in Tiberias. Now, I wonder if I can fight a war here. No, I can't. He'll be a truce breaker. Now, if this guy, Acre, fights a rebellion against the Usamid Sultanate, then I can attack him. That's just the way the law works. So, vassals are a little bit unhappy. I have wrong holding and domain. So, let's look at the situation here. I've got a bunch of stuff. Yes, a bunch of stuff. Okay, so let me take a look at my situation. I've got baronies, new cities, bishoprics, all this stuff. So what I need is I need to take a look at my court, and who can I give that stuff to? Give him something. Let's make him, say, a mayor or something. City of Nazareth. Okay, go be the mayor of Nazareth. My blessing. I'm not giving these titles to anybody who already has titles because I want to keep that spread out. I don't want to have a situation where I've got too many titles under too few people. Now I need to get some additional nobles. I can do this a couple different ways. I can try and find nobles who are interested in coming to my court. Same religion, and I think I'd like the same culture. Because I'd like to eventually get Occitan or Italian or some manner of friendly culture instilled here in the Holy Land. Not in prison and not a ruler. So he is the Marshal of Berry. He is ambitious. I don't really want him. Get him based on opinion. The Spy Master of Pentevry. Will he come to my court? Yes, I will bring him to my court. Will he come to my court? No. He has a very high opinion of the person he is currently serving. Will he come to my court? Yes. Will Martin come to my court? He is currently a baron. Okay. Will he come to my court? No. Okay, yeah, I don't have enough ability to modify the situation. He has a pretty high opinion of me, but he has a very high opinion of the current liege that he works under. I'm unable to press his claims, and he's basically reluctant, so... Will he come? Yes. Will he come? No. And has no reason to move, and so on and so forth. Will he come? So I will let that play out. Alright, now, what I need to do now is take a look at my court. Let's make him a mayor. Let's make him a baron. Let's make him a bishop. This guy. Yes, yes. What shall I do with him? My court jester. Let's give him a bishopric. I don't want to give him a title. That's just too crazy. give him a barony. Oh, why not? The Bishopric of Tabor. Do it! Go into it with my blessing. Okay, so there are no more unemployed courtiers at present, so in order to get the last couple, I'm going to go up and bring a couple in. From out of the blue. This fellow here. Alright, good. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to begin to divest myself of some of my holdings in Aquitaine in favor of holding on to some of the holdings I have in the Holy Land, in what's going to become the Duchy of Galilee. So I'll give him that title. Would have been cool to give him the Bishopric of Lydda, but I will give him County of Santon. Make him a count. Him. County of Alver. Okay. Now I'm sitting at 6 out of 6. I can get a new council position here. Court chaplain. Yes. Get you to working right there. I can prestige your ducal claims in Foix and Tours. Vassal levies have been raised too long. Poitiers may leave. I can imprison Count Berenguy of Nevers, Count Anselms of Beersheb, and I can create two titles, the Duchy of Bourbon and the Duchy of Galilee. I will create it. It'll cost me 133 gold and gain me some prestige, and I will do it. Now, because of that, I now have the Duchy of Aquitaine, the Duchy of Poitou, and the Duchy of Galilee. So the Duchy of Poitou, it needs to go to somebody. So what I will do is take a look at the vassals that are there. Count Centule, he is depressed and wounded, but his heir is not a bad guy. Countess Ermengilda of Poitiers, interesting. Current heir to the County of Poitiers. I do not want him to obtain that. Period. And he probably will plot against that girl to get it. Now, there's a fine line to be had in these matters. You don't want to have too many people in the plot. The more people you have in on the plot, the more chances there are of, of problems. But, Countess Ermengilda of Poitiers basically is a 14-year-old girl with this guy as an heir, this guy as a regent, and who is he again? He's the barony of Aversa. So, it's possible that this would become the lord of that county if I don't square that away. So, not typically a murdering bastard, but I am definitely taking some precautions. And then Santon, he is the new guy that I made. Why not make him the Duke? Let's make him the Duke. He's a proper Occitan. Plus, it could come back to me. If he dies. Somebody kills him, it'll just come back to me. Okay, so we've reconfigured Aquitaine and the Kingdom of Jerusalem to properly reflect the fact that I am king of Jerusalem and Aquitaine. And let's drive on. Now to celebrate... Oh, I'm currently not at peace. I cannot hold a feast. Since I will never create the Duchy of Bourbon, I will get rid of that. I'm going to give Arno a chance. Something may happen to him. Alright, let's see it done. Very good. Count of Beirut not happy with me. Why? He desires the Duchy of Galilee, and he is ambitious. Oh. Alright, so... I don't know what somebody may attempt to plot their revenge, but it is rather expensive to bring down a king. He has no children. And let's see who will come along on this trip. Nobody. Alright, we'll do it another way. And we'll try it again. Now it's getting expensive. Fine. Okay. That was rather costly and silly, and I didn't really get a lot done, but I think it shows a lesson that you can't kill your way out of a situation like that. Go ahead and marry him. Get some distance between me and this fellow. Ah, and then... Excellent. I want to take a look real quickly at his situation. Okay. Excellent. Alright, so back in the saddle. Let's get the fleets up. Oh, what happened here? Okay. Some kind of miscarriage or misfire there. Puke these guys back up on the shores. Let's try this again. Now we're at war with him. Okay, they're all raised up. Let's get all of these men going into here. Okay, wife is pregnant, maybe a boy. Okay, that's almost fully loaded, which is excellent. These men over there. And we'll wait for these men to get loaded up. While keeping an eye on this. Are you a heretic? No, he's not a heretic. He's just got Satan speaking to him. Good. And those ought to arrive just about the same time. You'd like to establish a new castle in the county of Safed. What will that mean? What that will mean is they will build a new holding here. Excellent. You have my blessing. Now, these guys here, it's a small holding at present, but it will grow. Good. Outstanding. Behold, the kingdom of Jerusalem is complete. Praised be God. Let's see, does your duchies? Held one too many counties, which I will do for a while. And I'm going to hold on to these levies for a while. Keep them all together, hold on to them for a while. Because I don't know what will come in terms of a counterattack of some kind. I'll keep them all over here in Jerusalem for a while. And then let's see what goes on. Let's see my vassals. Who is happy, who is unhappy? Will he convert? No. I'll give him a gift. Ooh, that's expensive. How about an honorary title? Seneschal? Now how about it? Not yet. Not yet. Okay, very well. Any other Muslims in there? Check my realm. Sort it by religion, or actually by rank. And let's scroll down and see how many Muslims I have among my ruling class. Probably not very many at all. The reason there's still Muslim in there is because I did a de jure claim. So the original holders still hold on to the land. So, By October 1192, the Kingdom of Jerusalem was formed. Aquitaine's vassals are relatively peaceful, and the war against the jihad for Mauritania is proceeding apace. I want to be careful here. And check a lane here. Oh, very well. Yes, gregarious. Excellent trait. +2 diplomacy. Very good. Let's see. This is all broken up. What? Oh, well. Young Jehan the Fourth was born. January 1193. Excellent. Okay. So this is all broken up in here. This is by itself. Oh, I can conduct a holy war for Sinai. Oh, this is just, yeah. Okay, let's get them all loading onto the boats. Supported 18,000. Okay. 13 days to launch an assault. Let's get these back here. Let's get these on their way over. And I will have them come into here, and then they will land here. $13,000 there. Oh, perfectly sized army for that. That is excellent. Okay. Have them land there. Holy orders available? No. Mercenaries? Let's go ahead and conduct an assault here. Interesting. Let's break off 13,000. Well, okay. I'll just send them down there. And let's see. These now can simply march right onto the boat. Very good. Outstanding. Now, it's 22%, but I've got almost all of his lands. What's going on here? He's got the Emerald of Sinai. Oh, who are these guys? Okay. Have them split up a little bit. Wife is pregnant again. And we'll lay the assault down on that one. Okay, this will go slowly, but... As soon as these guys get done here, we'll be able to move them up and get them into here. So let's set that up like that. Ah. Second son. He's attempting to come back down. Let's cleave off a small force to prevent that from coming to pass. Wow, he really handed me my my behind. I'm gonna have to come back and hold off a little bit. It's altogether unpleasant. Spy Master, and then let's get him studying technology again in the Byzantine Empire. Excellent. So, on All Hallows Eve, 31st of October, 1195, King John the Third of Aquitaine wins Sinai for Aquitaine. consider what I'm going to do about these. So, there's a couple different ways I go about it. I'm looking at my court here, and I don't have a bunch of courtiers in here ready to be dealt with. Abu Bakr here, he's not a guy that I need, so I'm just going to release him now that the war is over. And I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to search all. I'm going to look for men who are not in prison and not rulers, who belong to my religion and my culture. And I'm going to find the best sort of administrators and warriors. Be down there. Now, let's look at culture. I'll find really the best Ossetians, if I can. Centaur. This guy is pretty cool. Let's see if we can get him married. Let's get him married matrilineally to Elaine. Centaur is too high in the line of succession. What about Eblis? Also too high in the line of succession. Okay. Well, Centaur de Luzek. So he is the Baron of Luzek. Okay, your son Centaur. I'm going to go ahead and make him a count. And I'm going to include the lower towns. Okay. Who else do we have here? Let's examine him. Okay. Let's make him a count as well. Marshal of Melguil. Let's give him the County of Sinai and the lower titles. Courier and Aquitaine. Okay. How about him? Let's make him Count of Farama, the lower titles. Alright, perfect. So I've got it, now I've got to just hold on to it. Vassals have been raised a bit long. So I'm going to disband those, gather up my levies or my retinue up there, and I'm going to check my retinue to see what I can do with it. Can I raise yet more retinues? Yes, and yes. Let's go ahead and disband this fleet. Let's go over here. And then get them on their way over to the Holy Land. Fine, the peasants are revolting in Najera. Alright. Having to force conversion. Until such time as these oh wow, I'm having some severe issues. Okay, fine. Gold. We need gold. Got a bit of a problem with not having enough gold. Now, let's check my vassals. Who is happy? Who is not happy? Count of Beirut, not happy. What factions are going on? He wants to lower crown authority in Jerusalem. He wants independence. Who can I imprison? Duke Eblis of Anjou. Why would I want to imprison him? He has Anjou and Maine. Weak claim on the county of Thouars. Check the realm tree. He is not an especially powerful lord. Less powerful than Milo here. Let's see about this Milo. It's primarily because he's ambitious, but I've also got a couple of things that I'm doing wrong. My domain is too large. I can lift his excommunication, which I will do. I will go ahead and lift his excommunication as well. Yeah, he's pretty grateful. Okay. So where is he going? He's going to Montreal and probably on his way out. He's from Cairo. I can probably avoid these armies and let them pass by and over me. I can raise another levy, which I'll be glad to do. So, present. Okay, so I'm in a pretty good situation. Something to note here is that my personal domain levies are somewhat weak owing to the fact that I have so many holdings now in Holy Land, which are not especially happy to be under Aquitanian control. I will let them go ahead and take care of that. I will be kind. John is coming along. Oh, well, very interesting. Very interesting. Well, I thought that this would be... theirs now. But I guess it isn't. Perhaps they just got this. Oh, finally. Finally. But that one failed. So, get this converted and get rid of this monothelite heresy. And then work on the remainder of the counties in here and get them Christian. And then push down into Sinai and do that as well. Okay, let the education begin. If I can just get the legalism up just one more bump. So very good. That's outstanding. Alright, now let's try there. Let's find the white stag. Okay, here it is. Very good. So the feast to celebrate. Of course I will spend lavishly on food. And drink, too. Right off the bat. Nice. Excellent work. Oh, outstanding. Things are moving right along. The decade ends with Aquitaine having added the remainder of the Kingdom of Jerusalem and the Sinai Peninsula to its holdings. These lands, while yet seething with rage at their new Christian lords, will be in time, and with good fortune, powerful counties for the de Poitou kings. The court chaplains of Aquitaine work tirelessly to spread the faith, and more than half the counties in Aquitanian Outremer have taken the cross. However, all is not well. Jealous nobles, such as Milo, Count of Beirut and Madama, yearn for titles and may rebel if any weakness presents itself. Disease runs rampant across the kingdom of Jerusalem, and King John may find himself sickened unto his teeth should he be not careful. Though his coffers have not yet returned to their depth of old, John raises retinues to bolster his young kingdom in the Levant. Thankfully, King John appears to be in good health, and though growing older at 44 years of age, he has begun tutoring his young son, John the Third. Though nothing is certain, Aquitaine's prospects are bright, provided disaster doesn't strike. Please join me again for the next chapter of the alternate history of Aquitaine, and thanks for watching.